okay, this is cool. So we talked about being a captain earlier and you kind of resonated with that.
Yeah.
Well, I have this whole metaphor about the sexual marketplace being a dock, and the guys are like in front of their ships and the women are going around the pier trying to figure out what boat they want to get on. Okay.
Oh.
Now, if you're a captain, you have three things you got to do. You got to build a ship.
Yep.
You got to learn to sail.
Yep.
And you got to plot a course.
Bam.
If you have those three things, you're a captain. If you don't have those three things, you're not a captain yet.
Hold on, let me write this down. Steal this from you, man. I'll give you credit though. Build a ship.
Build a ship. This is all going to come out in the book that I'm working on.
I always shout out my people though, man. And I think this is important to share this stuff because at the end of the day, this might reach someone that needs to hear it. And hey, that's a great example.
Absolutely. That's why I'm here, sharing the wisdom.
What was the second one?
Learn to sail.
Learn to sail and then plot a course, right?
Plot a course. You need to, so the ship is, with respect to the sexual marketplace, it's your lifestyle. It's not just your career and money, but how you spend it. I often say that men want the Barbie doll and women want all the shit the Ken doll comes with. They want to, that's why there's like cowboy Ken and there's disco Ken and there's stockbroker Ken and things like that.
Yeah.
So
then there's black Ken.
They have him now?
Yeah, of course.
I'm kidding.
This guy, man.
So here's the thing. A woman is going to fantasize what it would be like to be next to you in your lifestyle. That's your frame. That's your ship in this metaphor.
Yeah.
And it takes time and resources to extrapolate that lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's the main way to attract, is by creating an emotionally compelling lifestyle. That doesn't necessarily have to mean bottle service and a super yacht. There's many different types of lifestyles. That's why women's romance novels are so varied. There's like the cowboy who is kind of stoic and reserved and mysterious. And then there's like the billionaire stockbroker, the high-powered guy. It's like those are two very different fantasies, but they can both work on the same woman. And she's like, well, I can be a cowgirl too, yeehaw, or I can be a boss bitch too. And they're trying to kind of figure out what it would be like to be on your ship with you. But it's your job to have built that ship to begin with. Then you got to learn to sail, which means you have to have some skills. You have to be a competent man to be able to do business with other men. I don't just mean actual financial transactions, but to have competent male friends that you can count on. A guy doesn't have any skills is useless to other guys. This is what society doesn't understand. I'm cooking a little bit now, so thanks for your patience.
No,
it's
keep going.
Extremely hard to be a 20-year-old man. Extremely hard.
Absolutely.
And nobody in society seems to recognize that, because you are functionally invisible to women, because all the things that women tend to sort for, status, wealth, lifestyle, you don't got it at 20 unless you're a trust funder.
Facts.
And you're also useless to men.
Facts.
Men want competent teammates.
Yes.
You don't have any competences at 20 years old. You don't know your ass from your elbow. You're a liability on my team. I got to teach you all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're useless to men and you're invisible to women. And then society says, go for it, get money and get laid. And it's like, oh, Jesus, that's really hard. Your first job is always your hardest to get. Your second job is the second hardest to get. And it takes about 10 years to actually build anything worthwhile. You can do a lot in 10 years, but it takes about that long, and you have to be willing to grind it out sometimes, for sure.
Man, the doctor's cooking.
Where's the chef at, man?
I told you guys it's going to be a great interview. I told y'all, man.
The third one is to plot a course.
Yes.
I'll just finish it up.
Yeah, please.
Which is you have to have a higher arching mission to your life. Like, where are you going to go? What's the whole point of all of this? Is it just to get laid? Like, just for that point? Or do you have a reason to be on some level? You talked about how one of the primary, if not the primary reasons why we're here on this planet is reproduce, right? There's that biological incentive. I would argue with that. But if it's only that, we have this Sisyphean hell where it's like we come together and suffer to make more babies who come together to suffer to just make more babies indefinitely. Like, why? That's the question that actually causes a great deal of human suffering on this planet. Most people are suffering because they don't know why they're suffering. So the highest form of purpose on this planet is to create meaning. It's not just about getting laid or reproducing. Otherwise, it just creates this endless loop of genetic transmission. And what's the point? You know? So why are we here suffering? Because it's hard to be here, you know? So you got to plot a course. And this is really important because, like what you were talking about earlier, if you don't really know where you're going, the woman is going to start to, when she gets on board, she's going to start to change the course.
She's gonna fuck with a rudder.
Well, once you go out to sea, the question is like, who really runs the ship? Does the captain run the ship, or does the passenger run the captain?
Yeah.
Who runs the ship?
Yeah.
So if you don't have that vision, and a lot of guys don't, then it's easier to fit into somebody else's vision. If you don't have a plan, you're probably part of somebody else's plan. And women tend to have relationship goals, whereas men's goals are basically like, I just kind of want to get laid and not be alone anymore.
Yeah.
That's why over time, relationships, I think, tend to prioritize women's needs and desires. Like a longer relationship goes on, the more a woman gets what she wants and the less a guy gets what he wants. That's how I see it.
No, 100% true. Relationships inherently benefit women more because women already come into the relationship at a surplus and they continue to gain more and more as the relationship continues because women are natural resources. And people get really mad at me. I have a famous saying, people have stolen it, don't give me credit. But I always say, all women are, some are just better at hiding the shovel. And what I mean by that is like some girls, right? Like, yeah. Right? Like less polished as you if one of your things with the professional's like, oh God, wow, this guy's crazy. What I mean by that is like some girls will dress up their gold digger activities by saying, I just want a guy with ambition. I just want a guy that can apply to courses, you're saying. I just want a guy that has goals, etc. Right? And then some other girls are more overt about it. I don't care. I want a multimillionaire. I don't want to have to work. I need a guy that could get me a mansion or a Lambo. So there's different degrees. At one extreme end, you got the overt gold digger that's like, I need a rich man that's going to take care of me and I don't want to work. Then you got other women that are like, well, I don't care about his money. He just needs to be ambitious. But all of them pretty much are identifying traits and characteristics that are integral for their ability to extract resources either immediately or in some type of future. And I think once men understand that gold diggers to a certain degree, it's going to put you in a position where you understand that, wow, my value is 1000% contingent upon my performance. That's just how it is. And I think once guys understand that the burden of performance is actually on you, then you're going to understand that you're going to understand the natural hierarchy that men and women, because you're evaluated on what you provide, women or not. They can provide electively while you are required to provide mandatorily.
Yeah, you said a lot there, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The gold digger line. Well, you're clearly a chef. The gold digger line made me laugh. That was pretty funny.
You got the white shirt on though.
But the
you're the chef tonight, my friend.
That's okay. I mean, the fundamental core concept there is true, and that's like the red pill in one sentence, which is you need to provide value as a man in order to access the sexual opportunity.
Yeah. That's a very nice and succinct way of putting it.
Value can mean lots of different things. It doesn't necessarily mean money. That's where I think you lose some women.
Yeah.
Because the association with gold diggers is they're just trying to extract cash from a guy.
Yeah.
Value can be defined in many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's not simply money.
Yeah.
It's obviously part of it.
Yeah.
And that's why you probably lose some women on that.
Yeah, they get mad. Yeah. But it's and that's, I say that more for the men so that they understand that a little shovel might mean, oh, I just want a guy with ambition. Whereas a big shovel will mean I need a Lamborghini or I want a Bentley, right?